cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Ohio State's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab down the middle. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Works the middle of the field. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. From the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the big tight end on the corner route. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Right on the money. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
The offense changing the play. He wants to throw it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. So Georgia's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
We go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in, it's Davis. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Power football with the run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll leave it with him. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back. And we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The give to the back. Turning it on! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3-and-out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Firing to the right, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Bears the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's gone. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Now the play fake. And his first pass is incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. Here comes the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Off play action on first down. Pressure coming. Under heat, and he gets rid of it.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got an open man. There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback.
Ball is loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You start to get that offense going and start having some...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll give it to the back. Open space at the 25. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia! Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third down, he drops to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught near the sideline, it's Barber. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
That's an absolute strike right there, giving me some Stetson Bennett vibes, some Aaron Murray vibes, even Matthew Stafford with the arm talent on that throw. I'll tell you, they can attack any spot of the field in the passing game because of this guy's talent.
Fires to the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
From the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. The give on the inside. stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap. Try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Gabe. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Gabe. And this one will be stopped for no gain. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got the quick pass. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Give to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Under fire. He's going to take off. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. They've moved it to the 19. 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Give to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you?
And the Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're...
Oh, he's got some space. And a nice pickup on the run, and gets down to avoid contact.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. And these guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Taylor. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Makes the grab. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Great play by the cornerback. In this offense, they're just trying to get this receiver the ball quickly to see if he can make something happen. But that cornerback was draped all over. Nice job.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. And the 3-ball gives us a tie.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Coming out on first down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. The Buckeyes in the hurry up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job on the defense being hyperactive.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He might want another play. Snap from the gun on third down. Got his man downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no pick.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Herring. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gay. And he was able to run through a tackle. They finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Gay. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Looking to get it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Trying to pound it in. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And that one will give them the lead. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Taylor. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can can see the routes and see them develop in the middle, and you could tell they had keys on the top.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Going to the ground. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. The give to the tailback. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
Got his man on the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And how about this offense, man? They put the ball in the hands of the guy they trust the most. 4th down, needed conversion. You're wanting to salt this clock away. You want this game to end with you guys possessing the football. Big 4th down conversion.
That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be his 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play. It's 2nd down. You need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down man. manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
Sometimes you might be tempted to get a little tricky there. You got a quarterback, he can fall forward, he can move the chains. Just do that.
Reese, I agree, because if I can't get short yardage situations with a quarterback sneak, I don't deserve to win anyways. So I better be able to toughen up, get a little bit of push, and get the yardage.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. Georgia going back to work with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Taylor. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll run play action. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. The short hands, it's Davis. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game, you're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They want to run this quarterback. Hard running there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
How about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad of this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Oh, better look out. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They want that clock to run. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Takes it from the gun on third down. They're working that left side. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Buckeyes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go right back to it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on third down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football here.
They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. The Buckeyes will go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. Gotta have it here on fourth down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Finds his man. It's Taylor. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to pass on second down. Snagged out of the air. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment?
They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on fourth down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they